Party crashers, I need y'all to gather around, okay? Because this right here is exactly why your grandma told you, don't you lend no money. Don't you lend nobody no money unless you can afford to never see that money again. Towanda Braxton out here crying, y'all. Homeless storyline. Talking about Tamar took her house and her $50,000. Baby, that ain't your house, girl. That's Tamar's down payment with your name on it, honey. And the more this story comes out, y'all, the more it smells like a scam, a snake, and a spiritual payback all mixed up together. I'm telling you right now, y'all, if what we hearing is true, Towanda don't need no storyline, y'all. She need a lawyer and she need deliverance service. Woo! Tracy told us. What did Tracy say? She said Towanda is a snake, y'all. Let's start where the truth always been. Tracy, didn't Tracy tell us years ago that Towanda, you a snake. You're a snake, Towanda. You're a snake. And look at this mess now, y'all. Every time you turn around, some new story about Towanda and missing money. I believe Tracy with my whole chest, y'all. Towanda been moving funny. I never liked it. I never trusted it. I truly believe all those sisters didn't help Towanda. Gave her money, gave her jobs, gave her opportunities, and gave her cars. And what did she do with it, honey? File bankruptcy on them, steal from them, lie on them, and turn around and play victim. That's not a sister, y'all. That's a con artist with relatives. Y'all, I gotta tell y'all, I got this video. I need y'all to check this video out. Y'all know I need y'all to get these likes up, and I need y'all to share my shit. But Tamar, honey, Tamar is the new Tracy. The whipping girl. Yep, I peeped that pattern. First, they dogged out Tracy. Now they doing the exact same thing to who? Tamar. Yeah, Tamar is the new Tracy, the black sheep, the scapegoat, the one the family dump all they shit on so they don't have to look in the damn mirror. They treated Tracy like trash, y'all. They called her bitter. They called her angry. Made her feel like the outsider in her own damn family. Woo! Man, and now they doing that same shit to Tamar. Calling her lazy. Dismissing her feelings. Acting like she lying. Ganging up on her when she's telling the truth, okay? That's emotional abuse, y'all. That is spiritual abuse, y'all. That is a generational cruelty. No wonder Tamar had a goddamn mental breakdown. Family betrayal hurts worse than any strangers could. Honey, I believe Tamar because the math ain't mathing. Now let's talk about this 50,000 situation. 50,000 situation. Baby, I believe Tamar. She been speaking facts. I don't care how loud she is, y'all. I don't give a damn. I don't care how loud she is. I don't care how dramatic she is. Listen, how spoiled she acts, I don't give a damn about none of that shit. That girl don't lie on money. Because I'm sorry, y'all. Who the hell just give their sister $50,000? Be serious, Towanda. This ain't not $50,000. This not $500. This not even $5,000. It's $50,000. If it was really a gift, why is Tamar listed in your damn bankruptcy as a creditor? You don't list gifts in bankruptcy, baby. You list in debts. So clearly, sis knew that was a loan. She knew it was money she was supposed to give back. She just didn't pretend to repay it, honey. Okay? She just didn't intend to pay it. That's all it was. She had no intentions in repaying that money. That's how users move. That's how snakes slither, honey, okay? The 35K, 50K scam energy. Let me tell y'all what it sound like happened. The lender probably only needed $35,000. Towanda turned around and asked Tamar for $50,000. So where the extra $15,000 go? See, the sound like she slid that $15,000 in her back pocket and used Tamar Braxton as a walking damn ATM, and then turned around and put the house in her what? Husband's name. That's not a sister, y'all. That's not a blessing. That's not a family helping family. That is fraud in a family reunion t-shirt. If that's what she did, she need to be under the damn jail cell, not on TV crying. Not one gift in Towanda 50,000. Let's be serious, baby. Let's be honest. Nobody in their family is about to just gift Towanda $50,000. She ain't that responsible with money. She ain't that stable, and she is damn surely not that trustworthy. We've been watching for years, y'all. Towanda stole her mama's Social Security checks. Tamar bought her a damn car. She supposedly had her name connected to Tony's money, bankruptcy filed with family names all up and through it, and now Tamar money, Tamar time, Tamar favor, all being played like a damn lottery ticket. Towanda is one of those worst managers of money I've ever seen on reality TV, y'all. She is jealous, she is bitter, and she's more like somebody that watch you work hard and then secretly feel entitled to your blessing. Can we talk about the SSI checks, the Tony bankruptcy, and the family patterns? Let's not skip that part. Please, y'all, let's not skip that part. Let's get these goddamn likes up, okay? If you really out here stealing your own mother's Social Security checks, what makes you think you ain't play in your sister's face? Huh? You mean to tell me Tony kept going bankrupt, Tamar getting dragged into bankruptcy, mama money missing, and everybody helping Towanda, and somehow she's always crying, always broke, always the victim? No, baby, I don't buy it. Somebody been draining that family financially for years, and Tamar finally said it. Not with me no more. Not with me no more. And this is why Towanda always got bad luck. Let's talk about that karma, shall we? This is why Towanda always got some chaos swirling around her. We talking about wedding issues, struggle energy, her health acting up. Nothing ever going smooth with that girl. Always crying, always upset, and always some sad ass scene. Because when you move like a snake, the ground stays shaking under your goddamn feet. You can't steal from your mother. You use your sister as a fake loan and file bankruptcy on the family and think God gonna let you just live soft and peacefully? Honey, that's not how any of this shit works. Where the hell is the husband? That's what I want to know. Now let's talk about this goddamn husband situation, because I'm confused as hell. You just had a big ass wedding, lavish cameras, dress, decor. I mean, all decked the fuck out. So where is your husband at while you out here crying homeless? Why is Tamar the single sister but financially a backbone, while you got a whole grown man in the house, while your sister is putting the house in your while your sister is putting the house in your husband's name, and you letting him sit it in like he just earned that shit? Okay, Can y'all please tell me what he do for a living besides wearing suits and blinking? I I tell you what. I tell you what. If my husband can't keep up while I'm getting dragged for money, I owe my sister. I don't have a damn husband. I don't have a damn husband. I got a dependent with facial goddamn hair. That's what I got. A goddamn a boy's son. Okay? Okay? How you homeless with a husband? That shit don't make sense to me. You still out here sucking? You on your back and you homeless? Girl, somebody said it and I felt it in my soul, y'all. How you homeless and got a whole husband? Get a goddamn job. Where is his role in all this? You that comfortable using your sister as a bank, but that uncomfortable holding your man accountable? Oh, no, absolutely not. Listen, you married a broke man and you scammed your sister. That's a double ass ghetto. Why this hurt Tamar so deep? I tell you, let's talk about it, y'all, about the emotional side, because this ain't just about money. Tamar didn't just lose $50,000. She lost trust. This is why she broke down, y'all. This is why her mental health has collapsed, because imagery. Imagine this. Imagine this. You love your family hard. You constantly give. You pay bills. You fund dreams. You save them for embarrassment. And then they turn around and steal from you, gaslight you, and gang up on you like you the problem. That's enough to break the strongest person, especially a loud, emotional, all heart kind of woman like Tamar. I don't see how you protect somebody who steals from their own mama and their own sister. That is a different level of evil, y'all. Can we talk about Mama Evelyn real quick? We got to talk, y'all. Now, I'm going to say this with respect, but for honesty. Mama Evelyn has always allowed a lot of this foolishness going on. All that godly image, that the Lord talk, where the Bible says Satan is the father of what? Of lies. If you taking up for the child that's lying, stealing and scamming, and beating up on the child that's telling the truth, you're not standing on righteousness, baby. You're standing on favoritism. And the way she sided with Towanda and left Tamar hanging, honey, it is disgusting. This is why so many black daughters got mother wounds. Because when you tell your truth, instead of them protecting your heart, they protect the one causing the damn harm. That snake energy around Towanda, girl. Yes, I'm going to say it straight. Towanda has negative energy on her. I feel it. I see it. It's heavy. I believe she's extremely jealous of Tamar. I've been feeling this way for a long time, y'all. She moves sneaky. She stirred the pot behind the scenes, y'all. She played victim while causing all this damage, y'all. Tracy saw it and Tracy said it. And every time something messy happens, Towanda name not far behind. You file bankruptcy on your sister and mama. You lie about a gift. You marry a man who can't even cover you. You get mad when the truth comes out. Yeah, that's snake behavior. Let me give y'all the back old school truth, okay? When it comes to money, family, hellfire if you don't be careful. Never, 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 never. I don't give a damn. Never, never, never. Never lend money you cannot afford to lose. Don't play bank with family. Love you? Yes. Loan you? Not gonna happen. I can love you and still keep my wallet closed. I can forgive you and still never trust you with a dime. Family is often more toxic than money than strangers because they feel entitled. They think we blood means you owe me. No, baby. All I owe you is respect and some distance. Give me my motherfucking feet. Tamar house, period. Let's just be clear about this. If Tamar gave that $50,000 for that down payment, if her name got played in the bankruptcy, if she was used to secure that home, that's Tamar's house. Period. Period. That's Tamar's house. Towanda don't like it, y'all. Oh well. Oh well. You don't get to use your sister's money, play in her face, file her as a creditor, gaslight her in public, and then cry homeless when she come reclaiming what she birthed? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That ain't just drama. All this emotional shit. This is spiritual, y'all. This is just not reality TV. This is spiritual. I don't know how much I can tell y'all this. You can see the curse in the family. Sisters sleeping with each other's men, allegedly. Money always funny. Jealousy. Mother picking the wrong side. The realest sister Tracy is gone. Tamar isolated and labeled as crazy. And the ones doing wrong protected. Karma just circling back like it's an unpaid goddamn bill. This is what happens when a family refuses to be honest, refuses to deal with their demons, and refuses to admit who the real snake is. Karma is coming for all of them about how they treated Tracy. And now they're doing the same thing to Tamar. I want to say this before I play this video because I know y'all forgot. Listen, if my sister owed me $50,000 for me, filed bankruptcy with my name on it, try to flip the story like I'm crazy, I would love her. Yes, I would. From a block distance. Do you hear me? Towanda need to admit what she did, apologize from the heart, pay Tamar back, or sign that house over. Get a job, hold her damn husband accountable, and get her soul right with God, because ain't no wigs, ain't no reality TV, ain't no wedding, ain't no storyline cute enough to hide a thief energy forever. Honey, y'all gotta watch this video with me, okay? Are y'all ready? Let's roll that.
Okay, y'all, listen. I'm back, and honey, do I have some tea for you today? We need to talk about what just went down with the Braxton family because I did my research, I got the receipts, and baby, this is messy. We're talking about Tamar Braxton and her sister Towanda. $50,000, lies, bankruptcy filings, and sisters who supposedly have each other's backs. But really, they threw Tamar right under the bus. So before we get into this chaos, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and buckle up because this ride is wild. Now, before I even start filming this video, Tamar claiming she gave Towanda $50,000 for a house down payment, and Towanda straight up lied about it. The sisters knew the truth and threw Tamar under the bus. That's exactly what happened here. Tony, Trina, all of them. They knew what Towanda did, and they still made Tamar look like she was crazy. Like she was lying, like she was the problem. But baby, I got proof. So let's get into it. Now this right here, Tamar said on the show that she paid for Towanda's down payment on a house. And guess what? I went and found the property. I pulled up Realtor.com, I got the listing, and this is the same house they feature on their reality show. This ain't made up, this ain't gossip. This is a real property, a real transaction, and real money that Tamar gave to her sister. But here's where it gets nasty, y'all. Tamar has been open about her mental health struggles, right? She's been transparent, she's been vulnerable. So for her sisters to sit there and act like she's making this up, that's adding unnecessary stress to someone who's already going through it. That's cruel. And Tony and Trina, they know the truth, but they chose to side with Towanda anyway. Make it make sense. So on the show, Tamar says, I paid your down payment. And according to Tamar, Towanda thanked her. She acknowledged it. She confirmed she got the money.
So my thing, because I put down your down payment.
You sure did. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for the gift.
Give me my money back. That was not a gift.
But now Towanda's acting brand new, talking about it was a gift and all this other nonsense. Girl, please. And here's what really gets me. The host of this breakdown called Towanda broke and a klepto, suggesting she basically scammed her own sister. And you know what? After seeing these receipts, I'm starting to believe it. Because Tamar even said Towanda came into some money from a lawsuit or accident settlement, but still never paid her back. Like, you got your coins, sis, but you can't pay back your sister who helped you when you were down? That's foul.
Yes, it was.
Towanda told me her lender needed to see the money in her account, and that she was waiting on a check and she would be giving me my money back. I was reluctant, but I said, okay.
Now let me break down the real estate part for y'all, because this is where the lies really start to unravel. When you're buying a house, okay, all your funds need to be verified. They need to be sitting in your account before you can close on that property. You can receive gifts from family members, but the lender needs to see documentation. Where the money came from, who gave it to you, all of that. So if Tamar gave Towanda $50,000, that was most likely a temporary loan to show proof of funds, not a gift like Towanda's claiming now. You see how that works? Towanda's whole "it was a gift" story doesn't even line up with how real estate transactions work. The math ain't mathing, honey.
Thank you so much.
You said I will pay you back the next day, and then you listed me as a creditor.
Oh my God.
And here's where it gets even wilder. Tamar said Towanda promised to pay her back the very next day. The next day. But she lied. And then, oh, this is the kicker. Tamar later found out she was listed as a creditor in Towanda's bankruptcy filing.
But I said, okay.
Thank you so much.
You said I will pay you back the next day, and then you listed me as a creditor.
Now, y'all, let me tell you something about bankruptcy fraud. Some people, and I'm not saying Towanda did this, but some people will list somebody as a creditor in their bankruptcy just to erase the debt. You know what that means? They don't have to pay you back. The debt gets wiped clean, and you're just out of your money. It's a whole scam tactic.
God, thank you so much.
So now it was a gift?
Oh,
So
wow.
I paid $50,000.
Now I got the receipts right here, and I'm showing y'all the bankruptcy documents with Tamar's name listed in the filing. This confirms everything Tamar said was true. This isn't he said, she said anymore. This is documented, filed with the court, public record. And look at this timeline, y'all. Towanda bought the house in 2018. She filed for bankruptcy in April 2019. That's barely a year later. So you mean to tell me she took her sister's $50,000, bought a house, then filed bankruptcy and listed Tamar as a creditor to avoid paying her back? If that's not a calculated scam, I don't know what is. It really looks like Towanda never intended to pay her sister back from the jump.
$50,000?
So Tamar gave me money for my down payment in 2018. She gave me $35,000.
Now here's another thing that's been bugging me. Tamar says $50,000, but Towanda claims it was only $35,000. Girl, you know what could explain that difference? Interest. If you borrowed money in 2018 and we're talking about it now in 2024 or 2025 with interest, that $35,000 could easily be $50,000.
Receipts. It was absolutely a gift. And it wasn't that I approached her. She said, but I want to help you get your...
But the main point is, Tamar had proof she was supposed to be repaid. This wasn't a gift. And for Towanda to sit there and say, oh, it was a gift, when there's literal bankruptcy paperwork proving otherwise, that's a bold-faced lie. That's gaslighting your own sister.
It's like, okay. And that's just something that we used to do as sisters, help each other.
And let's talk about the family dynamics and this jealousy situation, because, it's deep. Towanda tried to flip the script and claim that Tamar offered to help her. Not that she asked for help. Like, she's trying to make it seem like Tamar was being controlling or whatever. But hold on. This is the same sister who Tamar has helped repeatedly. Tamar was paying Towanda's phone bills, y'all. And not just one phone line. According to the T, Towanda was using Tamar's credit card for multiple lines. We're talking up to 6 phone lines on Tamar's card. 6. Who does that? That's not borrowing, that's using your sister.
But now that I know what I know, I wouldn't have accepted it.
Tony, did she pay you? Doesn't matter.
Okay, so let's talk about the phone.
Oh.
I got me a new phone, and I called you, and I said, this other phone is about to be cut off because I took my credit card off because I found out that Towanda...
And here's what really makes my blood boil. Towanda got the audacity to act like the victim, like Tamar's the bad guy for calling out the theft. Because yes, that's what it is, theft! Tamar should have pressed charges, real talk. But you know what the other sisters did? Trina, Tony, and even their mother Evelyn? They defended Towanda. They took her side.
Staying in your condo, her and
Yeah, he did.
each other.
He did.
No, he did.
And there was even talk about them wanting to call the police on Tamar, on the person who got robbed. Make that make sense. How are you protecting the thief and villainizing the victim? It's giving jealousy, it's giving favoritism, it's giving dysfunction. Now Towanda tried to deflect by bringing up how Tony Braxton asked about Tamar staying in her condo. Okay, and let me tell you the difference, sis. There's a difference between asking your sister about staying in a property and stealing cash and credit cards.
has been using my credit card to pay her phone bill.
My phone bill?
Now, Tony,
Beautiful.
so what happened?
One is a conversation, the other is a crime. You can't compare the two. It's not the same energy, it's not the same level. And bringing it up just makes you look more guilty because you're trying to distract from your own mess. And you know what kills me about Tony and Trina? They knew. They knew Towanda stole Tamar's credit card and they still defended her. Like, how do you know your sister is a thief and you still take her side? Tony even admitted on the show, I remember she said that, confirming that she knew about the credit card situation. So they all knew the truth and chose to protect Towanda instead of holding her accountable. That's not family, that's enabling. That's being complicit. And Tony's reaction? Girl, she had this little smirk on her face talking about family helps each other. Tamar. Oh, so stealing is helping now? Taking $50,000? Filing bankruptcy to avoid paying it back? Racking up charges on your sister's credit card? That's helping? No, ma'am, that's called taking advantage. And Tony's smug little attitude about it proves that this family has some serious loyalty issues. They'd rather protect the person doing wrong than stand up for the person who got wronged. But let me tell you what Tamar said that gave me chills. She said, "You don't want to go blow for blow with me. I know where the bodies are buried." Now that is a warning. That tells me Tamar has more receipts, more proof, more secrets that these sisters don't want to come out. She's basically saying, I've been quiet, I've been nice, but if you keep pushing me, I will expose everything. And honestly, after seeing how they did her dirty, I hope she does, because they made her look like a liar when she was telling the truth the whole time. So let me wrap this up with a final recap, because I am not about to let Tamar be labeled a liar when she has the proof. I showed you Towanda's bankruptcy filing with Tamar listed as a creditor. Let's go through the timeline one more time. Towanda buys the house in 2018 using Tamar's $50,000. She files for bankruptcy in April 2019 and lists Tamar as a creditor to erase the debt. She steals credit cards and racks up charges. And the sisters? They stay silent. They protect Towanda instead of defending Tamar. And why? Jealousy, bias, whatever twisted family politics they got going on. My final take on all of this? The Braxton sisters, Tony, Trina, and especially Towanda, betrayed Tamar. Period. Towanda is a scammer, a thief, and a jealous sister who couldn't stand to see Tamar doing better than her. And instead of calling her out, the family enabled her. Tamar's side of the story matches the receipts, matches the public records, matches the evidence. The sisters knew the truth and still threw Tamar under the bus, and that's the most disgusting part of all. And you know what else really bothers me about this whole situation? The way they tried to gaslight Tamar on national television. Like, imagine being in Tamar's position. You help your sister when she's struggling, you give her $50,000 that you worked hard for, and then not only does she not pay you back, but she files bankruptcy to legally erase the debt. That's not just shady, that's diabolical. That's premeditated! And then your whole family backs her up and makes you look like you're the crazy one? That's emotional abuse, y'all. That's manipulation at its finest. And let's keep it real for a second. We all know Tamar has been the most successful out of all the sisters career-wise, outside of Tony. She's had hit songs, she's been on television, she's made her money. And you know what comes with success? Jealousy from people who are supposed to love you. I truly believe that's what this is about. Towanda couldn't stand seeing Tamar doing well while she was struggling. So she saw an opportunity to take advantage, and she took it. And when Tamar finally called her out, the family circled the wagons around Towanda instead of doing what's right. What message does that send? It tells Tamar, your money is good enough for us, but your feelings don't matter. Your truth doesn't matter. We'd rather protect the person who wronged you than stand up for what's right. That's toxic. That's not what family is supposed to be about. Family is supposed to hold each other accountable, not enable bad behavior just because you share the same blood. And I want to address something else real quick. Some people might say, well, it's just family drama, they'll work it out. No, this isn't just drama, this is fraud. This is theft! These are crimes that Tamar could have prosecuted Towanda for. The only reason she didn't is because she loved her sister and didn't want to see her in legal trouble. But instead of appreciating that grace, instead of being grateful that Tamar didn't press charges, Towanda had the nerve to lie about it publicly and act like she's innocent. That takes a special kind of audacity, y'all. So that's the tea.